Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Need a motion to accept tonight's agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. To recommend approving the November 21st, 2023 regular council meetings. Everybody have a chance to read them?
We skipped the truth and taxation.
Yeah, adopting the tax levy.
Right there, we just gotta set that
Oh,
right up here.
She slipped it in there.
We just gotta do that.
okay. Got a recommendation on the council minute meetings.
I'll make the second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. To approve resolution 2023 adopting a tax levy motion, the truth and taxation meeting.
Is that the one with the
275.
2,075, 400? Okay, I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. To approve the list of claims for November 2023. Anybody got any questions on any of the issues in the claims?
Like do all the culverts in the recycle thing at the dump?
Culverts?
Yeah,
Out of the transfer station?
yeah.
Probably.
I went out there to dump my truck out, and I mean, both those roof things were full of culverts like no tomorrow.
I haven't seen them.
I'll make that recommendation.
I'll second.
Have a recommendation and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. To review the account balances, the disbursement ledger and financial statements to the general water and sewer funds for November 30th, 2023.
Recommend tabling it to next council meeting.
I'll second that recommendation to table.
We have a recommendation and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. To recommend approving resolution 2023-13, general fund budget.
I'll make that recommendation.
I'll second.
We have a recommendation and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. To recommend approving 2024 liquor licenses for Looney's Brew, intoxicating liquor sales for Sunday sales, Growlers off sale, Cantilever Distillery, the cocktail room, the Sunday sales and limited off sales, and tobacco license for Looney's Brew.
I'll recommend that.
Second.
We have a recommendation and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Okay, let's talk about this a little bit. To recommend approving the draft ordinance of the sick leave and the safe leave, earned sick and safe leave. Well, I have a copy in front of you. I really hate to be labeled this. As Cheryl pointed out, this is a non-funded program. In other words, we have these policies in place already, you said?
Yes, we basically have time that they can put aside for these reasons, so it's just sort of restructuring the reasons why they can take off work.
Well, I have a strong disagreement with a lot of the stuff that's in this earned sick leave and safe statute, that's for sure. It is really broad, open-ended. The sad part of it is that we have a policy, and I think we have enough sense on this board that we've, we take care of our sick leave, we take care of our time off and everything else. I don't think it always has to be mandated by the state or the federal government that you have to do this, because the way, what I feel happens, the way this policy, some of these statutes are written, or some of these sections are written in here, it just leaves so much open, not for the people that work for us, but they leave it so open-ended that it's, could be abused very, very, very easily. And I hate it be mandated upon us, so I strongly disagree with this whole policy, I guess. I guess I'm going to voice my opinion to our legislators, because I think next year is even going to be worse. They're going to mandate some, I don't know what, some more. So at somewhere along the line, I don't think we've ever abused any of these issues, and I think we've been more than compliant on them. I just don't see why we have to have the state being regulated to us. I think we can take care of our own business. But they are mandated.
I think it was probably aimed at businesses that don't give any sick leave. Because there's normally they'll, a law might say businesses with 50 or more employees, there's some sort of threshold, but there's no threshold in this one at all. If someone can have 2 employees, then they have to pay paid time. So
Can I ask, where, is this just something new that they're asking the city to?
they're not asking.
This is gonna be mandatory, January 1st, 2024.
Yeah, this past legislative session, this law was passed.
Yeah, about all we can do is say we should, like.
We pretty much do this now, Rachel.
That's right. That's exactly right,
The
Chuck.
contract with the union and stuff, isn't that pretty much laid out already?
Yeah, but it doesn't give the reasons why you could use it that are so specific like this.
So that's what we want to do, is get it more into their,
The statute.
yeah.
Well, it's very clear if you read some of this, they spell it out pretty good, pretty clear enough. I think everybody can understand it. But again, I just hate to be dictated to on these things that we're already doing, and they become statutes, and then if you ever have to deviate from them in any manner, shape, or form, it's you got to go to a state, get an amendment to the statute or something. So
that I understand, this is something that's passed, this isn't an option, this is just cities have to comply then?
Yeah, or you
Yeah.
can get fined by the Department of
Yeah.
Labor and
Yeah,
all that sort of
that's-
thing.
So, yeah, what does this mandate do to union contracts that
Their
have this?
time already covers it. What it'll do is just give these reasons why people can be off.
It's already in the contract.
So it makes the union contract a moot point then?
No, it'll be an
No, but this
addendum
part
to it.
where they say exactly what they can take off for, that's what it's breaking down.
what this would happen, I think in answer to your question here, Wilbur, if the union had a stronger sick leave pay, that's the one you'll be paying. You're always paid the greater of the two. You know what I mean? No matter what agreement this says, this is kind of like at least this, if not better. Even in the first statement, if you read, it says, where was it? They're not required to provide additional earned sick leave, but may. In other words, you can pay more, but you can't pay less. So, and that, again, if you sign a union contract or any agreement you make with somebody, and I believe you should honor those agreements, but be careful, because there's a minimum standard out there now, and that's what I'm just pointing out. Well, long story short, we're already doing this. It's just the idea. It's just maybe someone mandating, threatening you with a fine if you don't. And so,
I guess I would make a recommendation to move forward with the draft ordinance 165 about the earned sick and safe leave, and I'm sure that'll be discussed further as time goes along, because there's probably going to be more changes, but that would be my recommendation.
Okay, I mean, I second that, if you take a second.
We have a recommendation, a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Moving on. Let's see where we're at.
You've got an agenda that's got yellow on it?
Pardon me?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got it. Oh, I love this one. Recommend accepting Ranier Rec Club donation of $4,000.
I'll second.
I will, we got a recommendation in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. And I think from now on, Berta, you should become dressed as Santa Claus. Every meeting. So anyway, again, deep thanks for it. We appreciate it very much. I can't tell you how many times I've said that and hope to have to say it again. Okay, next is the liquor store operating statement. Jen, it looks like we're struggling a little.
We are. It's not for a lack on our end. I just don't think we have the people coming out right now. And sadly, I feel December will be down also. We don't have the snow. We're not going to get the snowmobilers. We don't have the ice fishermen. I'm hoping with the holidays coming up, people will come to town.
Do you have something going on for New Year's then?
Yes, we have a New Year's party, and this Friday is our Christmas party. So
Okay.
please come out and join. We have a band. Wear your ugly Christmas sweater. Win a prize. A lot of food.
I heard it on the radio.
Good, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yes.
And are you gonna have a band on New Year's too?
We'll have some form of music. I'm really struggling trying to find different music right now. But
New Year's is a bust.
it has been.
People don't.
People don't like to go out
And
anymore.
it's on a Sunday, but I have full faith that because it's a long weekend, maybe it'll be better. Having Monday as a holiday. But fingers are crossed on that.
I think a big thing too, I mean, right now, the inflation right now is so high that nobody's going out doing anything. I got buddies that used to go out on weekends and, they just can't afford it anymore.
Well, I think that has something to do with it. I mean, you got to cut back somewhere. I mean, you just can't have, standard. Everybody might get a 3-4% raise, but when inflation is going at 8, where do you cut back? I mean, there's priorities. Everybody has priorities, but at some point, I think we've possibly seen some of that. I'm sure we have to somewhere. The status quo does not stay the same when you have runaway inflation. But
I tend to think it's a season. I'm hoping we'll come out of it, and it's just like any business is, they go through like a roller coaster, and there's economic circumstances beyond the control here in our community. And will come out of it, and seasonal stuff really keeps things back. And I don't tend to have such a negative outlook long term. For as long as I've been involved, I've always just thought of the beauty being pretty struggle from about that end of September till about, maybe even December when we finally do have snow. So I always see it as sort of a struggle the past 3 or 4 years, at least during that time. I haven't broke down the actual, you can see what, last year we get to look at.
Well, I think last year was a record-breaking year. Everyone came out of, there was no limits, there was, everyone was free to do what they wanted, and I think it really showed. But
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we went back to pre-COVID sales after this year and just climbed again,
That's what I surmise, but again,
Yeah.
I do have one concern. The ending inventory, last year you were 6,000 ahead of this year, but yet inventory is up $10,000. That's kind of alarming.
It's a lot of, so what it was is we ordered koozies, we ordered some stuff, and the company spelled everything wrong. And so we didn't sell it, and then in turn, they gave us all new stuff again. So we have like a double amount now.
So what are they doing with the stuff that?
They just told us to throw it out, but I'm just giving it away for free. They gave us the
Credit?
Yeah.
What are you giving away
So
for
we
free?
ordered some stuff and they spelled the name wrong. And so in turn, we called and we had it fixed, but they didn't want the product back, but that's still inventory to me, so I didn't take it out.
Is it liquor?
No, it's
Oh.
clothing.
It's what?
It's like koozies and, you know, that sort of
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah, they spelled it wrong, but they did right and they replaced everything for free, but.
But that's not $10,000.
No, and we had a lot of free, so when I shop for liquor, I like to order like 2 or 3 cases of something and then I get a case for free. You know, right now there's a lot of bundle sales, so. But it's free, but it's still in our inventory, so.
Well, the one thing about the inventory, you got it, we've taken the hit this month, next month, if you don't buy any, it's obviously
Well, that's
going
just I didn't
to, obviously
order
going to show well, it's just the time value of money is what we're talking about, but I think it's important that you do watch your inventory. I don't have to tell you that, just watch the amount of inventory on, we don't have to keep growing it, just sell off what we have, some of this stuff, and get it back to the, what do you think? Well, I don't know what the manageable level is, whether it's $6,000 or $8,000. I don't pay that much attention to it, but you want to get it down. It's probably less than the 10 or more. Than, you know what I mean? So get it back to that, what you feel is a comfortable level.
Yeah, like, I mean, for the month of December, I haven't ordered much, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions for Jen? Recommendation? Who's the band, by the way?
Deep Tracks. Deep Tracks.
Okay.
They're a local band, but they've kind of got a few new people in their band now. And
It's Eric Kulig's band, Dennis.
Pardon me?
It's Eric Kulig's band.
Okay.
they got a new lead girl singer and a new lead guitarist, so it's a couple new members to the band now.
And that's a private.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll make a recommendation that we accept
A second.
Recommendation, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you, Jane. Nick?
Evening.
What do you got going on, Nick? What do we have for issues?
No snow.
That's great.
I love it.
I got a complaint the other day that the parking opened at the rink. And
I had a phone call the other day when it was 38 degrees. That's why is the rink open.
Okay.
Yeah, I just laughed when they asked for that.
No, everything's going pretty good right now.
Okay.
How about the trees in the park?
They cut down 4. I think they were 4 right now.
We
Yeah.
got more to do though, right?
Yep. Yep.
And then that brush, is that our responsibility?
Nope,
No.
they're chipping that.
Okay. Nick had last week we were talking a little bit, also in our budget meeting about maybe procuring a dumpster or a dump trailer that also, but I said it should have the capabilities of being able to be wide enough and strong enough to move the skid steer if we have to take it somewhere, even if you have to, and has to haul gravel. So he has done some price checking on that, and he's found it about approximately $10,500 for a dump trailer. I don't know whether it's a consideration or we've been talking about that for a while. Is that something we put in this budget or next year's budget? So we wait after the first, wait till after the first of the year?
I think if we wait till right towards that springtime, we
Yeah,
start using
and that's fine. I just wanted to bring it up.
because we're gonna use it a lot for rock and brush, which we don't use it much right now, so
Yeah.
this spring would be perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. I know it's in our next budget, but it's something to consider. You can start price checking, like you said. We checked 2 places, and one place is already $1,500, and so pennies add to dollars. So.
Will that trailer be used in the park or rink at all, or just on roads?
No, I'd be using the park for brush, trees around town, stuff around the ring, we use for a lot of things.
We can bring that to the rec club and try to help pay for that if it's gonna be used for the
Oh,
park.
that would be awesome.
Well, that's a.
What about the 4,000 you gave us this month?
That's goodwill.
Well, now I think it should be fluorescent red.
The whole thing's gotta come, is it the whole
Well,
thing?
bring it up to the regular.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. And again, it looks like we don't have to do it today, but that would be a good recommendation. Any help we get, yeah. Well, anything else?
We were talking at the budget meeting or whatever, maybe after first of the year, if there's not a whole lot of snow, maybe a group of us could go over, can't be a quorum or whatever, but go over and maybe figure out where to put that garage.
Yeah.
Kind of walk it out and say here, and then
Yeah,
at least we can get a plan going on that. Hopefully we get the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should give that some consideration for site utilities, make sure we got utilities, and there's always some considerations in that. What is the is it 30 by 40 or something like that? What is the size of the?
I don't think we even come up with the size for it yet, have we?
On the grant, I think we had.
I think
It's in the grant, or the bonding request.
40 by 60?
I think it was
I think it's 40 by 60.
Yeah, okay, so it gives you something to look, it might not fit here, but it might fit there, so. Well, that's, that's fine. Okay, well, if there's nothing else for Nick? You got all your hydrants, everything good?
Yep, we opened up the one for the
Water.
freeze protection. And
Snowbirds all disappeared already, or, so we got the water shut off and,
we actually had a couple of water turn-ons here not too long ago. We had 2 of them turn-ons. There was a new home, and then I think they're both new owners. We had 2 water turn-ons, which usually this time of year we don't have that. But
all right?
other than that, everything else is good.
Oh, just to mention, I did talk to Dave Harder. He is getting us a bid on
The dock?
Dave Harder, Up North Builders,
For the dock?
for the dock,
Okay.
yeah. So if there's any discussion on what type of dock, think it over too. Maybe we want to change the size or the shape or whatever,
We can talk.
you know. But he will do it, so, okay, get us a quote anyway. All right, nothing else? Thanks, Nick.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Other business? Jen? You?
I mean, the only other update that other business is that Cheryl and I did have a video conference or Microsoft Teams meeting with the lawyer that we hired to go over our short-term rental vacation ordinance. And so we went through the nitty-gritty of that, and she gave us really good feedback. She gave us a lot of, she thought that what we had originally was really great already, so Cheryl did a great job on that, but she had some specific things she wanted us to tweak, to tighten up, and she wanted to make sure that what she was looking for from a legal standpoint was along with what we as a community were looking to accomplish with it. So she is in the process of getting some changes and working with Cheryl, and then that's coming along, but it was a functional meeting about it, so it's good. It's going good.
The only other thing I can think of in other business here is that, and I talked to Cheryl earlier today, I think we're going to try to communicate with Jeremy with the SEH engineering and see where we are as far as the design stage in that of the, I don't know if they communicated, he's been communicating at all to the steering committee or?
No, I haven't gotten it.
No, I haven't.
So it kind of went dead here, and I keep preaching this. These dates come faster, way faster than you think, and we are going to have public meetings, and all this stuff takes time. And then obviously, if there's some questions that arise or there's some changes that have to be made, again, it just keeps kicking that can down the road until and we want to get it right, but. I don't want someone just sitting on a set of blueprints and doing nothing with them. So, and they are under contract, so there are deadlines that we have to, I think we got. Cheryl, can you bring us up? Hey, we got through that hoop with the first set of grants, right? The LCMR grant, extending
Well, we
it?
asked for an extension, which has to go before the legislature next year, but the the LCCMR committee did approve
You extending it?
extending it, but yeah, the legislature has to approve next year.
Sure.
There was a whole list of
Imagine not being.
projects, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, and if you have to ask again for the same thing, they may not look so favorable. So, once you decide to do something, dig your heels in and do it. I mean, get it right, but I don't want to be up against it 3 months from now and we have to rush a meeting or make a decision, so use the timing. It's like a runway. You want to use as much of the runway as you can. So, okay, that's all I have. Anything else? It's an open forum. Anybody got anything in the audience?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We've got a motion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
So carried.